a completely irrelevant or incorrect answer would give you 0 marks. A reasonably good one, or there's a point about it, will give you 10. And a wonderful, beautiful coach level answer will get you 20 marks. Okay? So that's the situational round. Then we have round 2. We got 8 questions. So for each team will face 2 questions, but within each of the 2 questions, there's a follow-on question. So this is the way it's going to work. So what's the name of this team? Infi Prompt.
We'll call it name of the company.
Really?
Should we do that?
No, we should give them an identity. We should give them Infi Prompt.
Okay.
And craftsman. But you're only craftspersons to be politically correct? Okay. And the lady and gentleman here, what's the name of your team? Have a name. Okay. Let's mark 1. Okay. All right. Okay.
No, you didn't have a team. Yeah, let's mark 1.
So we're not thinking of nameless or ajnabi or something like this. We're not. Okay.
We're not untitled.
Untitled. Thankfully not untitled. Okay. So let's mark 1. And committed club. Okay. So you got a question there. Okay. So if you're asked a question and you can answer it, you get 10 points. Then you're asked a follow-on question. If you can't answer the follow-on question goes to the audience. Okay? If you can't answer the first question, then the question carries over to the next team till it gets answered. Follow-on questions will always go to the audience. For both the questions, you get 10 marks. Sorry, for each of the questions, you get 10 marks. Is this clear? Follow-on question as well as the original question, the start question. Okay?
Follow-on question will be answered by the audience.
No. Only if you can't answer it. Only if you can't answer it. You get question A, you answer it. Then if you can't answer it, it moves. If you can answer it, then you get asked the follow-on question. If you can answer that, great. Then that means you got 20 points, 10 plus 10. And if you can't answer it, the follow-on question goes to the audience. All right? And so that's about round 2. So we go with question after question, along with follow-on questions. We cover 8 of those questions. All right? Round 3 is each team gets asked 3 questions in a row. And each correct answer will just get 10 marks. So there's no negative scoring. So this is the way the rounds run. Any questions? This is your only chance for a question. Yeah. Yeah. No. They're not multiple choice in this. The multiple choice comes in round 3, not in round 2. So they don't have multiple choice. Yeah, they do have the advantage of. Suppose they guess the same wrong answer, they have the advantage of that. But that's true in all quiz programs. Yeah. A means most of the work for bug B is done. And basically it means that very little work would be left to do for bug B to also be fixed. Now during the story pointing session, the team gives 8 story points for A and 2 for B. Is this correct? Why not? Well, you got a minute. Yeah. Okay. Okay, but now we have started it, so. No, we can't change the rules for.
Is that our assumption that if we fix A, then most of the problems in defect B is done. So based on that assumption, this will be correct. But if that assumption turns out to be wrong, then our estimation will go for a toss.
I'll just explain a little bit more. When you give an estimation, it should be individual in estimations. A should be estimated for its own sake and B should be estimated for its own sake. So as an estimation, 8 for A and 2 for B is not right. Okay,
But I think he said the opposite.
no, we are saying that's how this thought process goes.
You're correct. You get 20 points. Yeah, good. Well done. There are other problems as well, because later on in the future, if someone looks at bug B, which is assigned two points, then it's very confusing, because then they say, oh, this is just 2 points, but actually it's worth much more work on its own. Yeah?
Same question?
No? You're hoping. Yeah, so please pass the mic to them. Yeah, here it is. Your time starts now. A program manager is comparing 2 teams, Team A and Team B. Team A has 6 people and a velocity of 24. Team B has 8 people and a velocity of 40. How can a Scrum Master help him decide which team is better?
Yeah, the one thing is we are trying to compare 2 teams having 2 different velocities. One team here has a velocity of say 4 and the other having a velocity kind of 5 here total, like per person kind of thing. But you cannot compare any time 2 different teams for their velocities. You should always compare the same team working on the same product for subsequent sprints, but not across different teams for different things. So it is not correct, and the Scrum Master cannot help him to decide which team is better.
Okay, okay. You get, unfortunately, 10 points. You're not wrong, but Scrum Master can actually help him decide, not with this data, not simply with this data. There needs to be more in the future. So the way to do it is calibrate both the types of user stories from both the backlogs, bring them to a common platform and then do it. But that would be a coach level answer. But otherwise, you're right. So to that extent, we award you 10 points. But well done, well done, well done. So let's go to.
But if you consider it as an independent team, independent Scrum Master, so then it may not be a good fit.
No, not with this data. That way you're right. Not with this data, but you can help him do it later on. Yes, next team, please. Now, please pass the mic. And now, are you folks ready? You can also see here, all right? Oh, that is showing something else. Okay. A Scrum Master observes this during the planning meeting. He observes that the team picks up user stories with such priority based on the capacity they have. The product owner is about to say okay and close the planning meeting. What should the Scrum Master do? Your time starts now.
We are assuming like the priorities are like probably there were stories which had 4 and 5 and 8 also in the priority.
Yeah.
And the team did not pick up those stories.
Yeah.
Okay. So we think that in the sprint planning meeting when the team was picking it up, they had a discussion with the PO and had a clarification why they believe in 4 and 5 and the 8 is not what they are going to pick up. And if the PO is okay with that, that means he's okay with the priority of the list that is being picked up for the delivery for that sprint. So the Scrum Master has no role to say yes or no, because ultimately the team is committing to the PO with that sprint commitment.
But the Scrum Master has the Scrum Master can come back and ask the reason why the PO may be okay with picking up the stories. I mean, 1, 2,
Yes,
3,
the
6, 7,
clarification.
and I've skipped the clarification. Scrum Master can ask for clarification. I mean, to make team is okay, team and PO are in the same page.
Okay. So, all right. So this is what the Scrum Master actually should do. First of all, question the PO's okayness, because the PO is supposed to have refined backlog along with the team and already come with a priority. So if you've thought through priorities carefully, you cannot do this. So Scrum Master actually has to question the PO and block it. The other problem actually could be that the team doesn't even understand that they need to pick up in a prioritized order. A lot of teams don't do that. They just pick up anything that they feel like from the top somewhere. So we actually have a problem with the team not understanding the importance of priority, and even the product owner not understanding the priority order. So it's not simply a discussion, because there are a lot of holes. It is not just one, a little bit of adjustment. There are a lot of holes. So I'm sorry, but we can't give this marks to you right now. Let's move on to the next team, which is Committed Club. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Here you go. At the end of the sprint, of a sprint, a team hasn't been able to even complete a single story, not a single story. So what should the SM or Scrum Master do with respect to the SRM, which is a sprint review meeting, immediately, and for the next sprint? For the next sprint, the meaning here is not about the sprint review meeting for the next sprint, but what actions should they suggest for the next sprint? In this sprint, not a single story has been delivered. Your time starts.
The Scrum Master should suspend the user story sprint 1 because not even a single user story has been delivered.
So should suspend the sprint.
First sprint 0 ideally.
No, there's nothing about sprint 0. It's just some sprint.
So because at the end of the sprint, not even a single user story has been delivered. So ideally, there was not even the goal was not being met, right?
Yeah.
So you should ideally suspend the sprint, and then should have a retro and should apply the learnings whatever have been from the sprint, and then should apply in the next sprint.
Actually, he should not wait till the end of the sprint. He should not wait till the end of the sprint. He needs to look at the burn down chart every day, during the mid of the sprint or somewhere itself. He needs to track all the progress.
So you can track a burn down chart in the middle also, and you come towards the end because you believe it is in progress. And in the last, we've all heard, in the last moment things go wrong, and nothing is ready at the last. So this happens. So that's the situation actually. So basically, the Scrum Master should not cancel the sprint review meeting. They still have to face up to the product owner and say, we couldn't deliver anything. You still have to do that. And then the second part, you're right in terms of learning and in the future, but it's basically an overcommitment and delivery problem. So that's something that you can do later. But the first part, unfortunately, was not clear enough from you. So we can award you 10 points. Yes. Do you have a quick one?
Yeah, my take on this is that your usually planning is overcommitment and underachievement.
Yeah.
This is usually a typical.
Yeah. That's for the next. But you can't cancel the sprint review meeting now. Okay. Shall we move on to the next round? Are the teams ready for the next round? This next round is more clear cut. There's not so much debate. So let's go on to the next round. So we start with Infi prompt again. Okay, here's the first question, and you have only 10 seconds to answer, all right? Which famous essay written in 1992 made the point that software code is the real design?
Five seconds.
Next. Audience later. Audience is for the follow-on. Yeah. Pass. Okay. Then there's one more team. No. Audience. No. Okay. This is about software design and coding. It's not new product development game. It is an essay called Code as Design. Okay. Code as Design. So this is a very influential essay written saying that design and code, software code are not separate things. Software code is the design. Who wrote it? Jack Reeves, okay? Jack Reeves is the person who wrote it. So this was in 1992. All right, so let's go to the next question for Craftsman. Next team. Yeah, no, this was, okay. What is the name of the widely cited report of 1995 which shocked the IT industry to take a closer look at project performance? So basically they reported high failure rates and so on.
The name of the report or?
The name of the report or the company that made the report, both are, either is okay.
Time up.
Time up. Okay, next.
The Standish report?
Correct. So you get 10 Standish report. Very, very good. We give them 10 points. We give them full credit. And the following question goes to you, and it is recent year been attributed to. No.
Time up.
Okay, anyone in the audience?
Creation of project management as a community and PMI certifications.
No, definitely not. No. So it has been mostly attributed to doing software IT projects in an iterative manner, and Agile project management is a big influence on that. So that's what it's been attributed to. Anyway, well done, Lexmark. You stay with the mic. We're going to pass the next question on to you, okay? Which language? Oh, we are not talking about Java or C++, but human languages.
Time up.
Small talk.
No, we are not talking about programming languages. We are actually talking about, no, that's not. Okay, Infi prompt. Swedish, no. Dutch, close, but not quite, unfortunately. It's German. It's German. And it's German, yes. And what is the name of the author? Anyone from the audience? No. Okay. Jutta Eckstein. Jutta Eckstein wrote the first book on this, and this was in 2004. She wrote the first book on this, and fortunately that book, she comes from an extreme programming background, largely. So fortunately that book doesn't have too much on Scrum. So that's a good thing. The name of the company which pioneered Scrum around 2003 to build their product and delivered 40 plus releases a year. So they were famous for three. You should have been there.
Time up.
Okay, Infiprom. Sorry. Right. So they get full score. Salesforce is cut. Next. CTO then.
Sorry, I'll just pass this on.
Okay, to the audience. No, next.
It's cruise control.
Correct. So you can have the following question. Well done, Craftsman. And the following question is, what's the name of the company?
ThoughtWorks.
ThoughtWorks. Well done. Well done. Okay. So hang on to the mic. You get another question. It's just the way it's working. What is the most common alternative to the Fibonacci sequence for story points?
It's the 1, 3, 5, 7, 9.
That is the Fibonacci series.
No.
So let's move on to the next one.
Powers of 2.
Powers of 2. Very good. Correct. Lexmark 1. Well done. So that's 10 points for them. And the following question stays with you. What is the general term for the consensual estimation approach used by Scrum teams while planning poker? What is it called? What's the generic name for this way of coming to a common number? It's not about estimation. One second.
Consensus?
No.
Time up.
Okay. Following question goes to the audience. I saw a hand there. Wideband Delphi. That's correct. Wideband Delphi. Okay. That's correct. Well done. Well done. Doesn't he get a prize? Yes. Okay. We'll have a prize for you. Okay. All right. Now we go to. It stays with you? Because you got okay, all right, okay. No? No, 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 no.
The next.
Yeah, it's correct, that's correct. Instead of Gantt charts, Scrum team normally use something called big visible charts, or also information radiators. For a release, what is such a chart called? No, not for the audience.
A release burn-down chart.
For a release, what is such a call? You're right, release burn-down chart. And the follow-on question is, why is there no burn-up chart for a sprint? Burn up.
Because burn-up is basically...
Because we are interested in knowing what is left. So the focus is in what is left, and so how we are...
Not quite. Let's
because
move
the
the question.
story, the stories are committed already. And
Yeah, so you're not supposed to...
So
exactly.
you cannot have...
Exactly. So you got both of them right. So how's the scoring going for them? Okay, well done. So please pass the mic on to the next. When a build fails, who's supposed to fix this problem immediately?
Developer who actually codes it.
Unfortunately, no. No. Team, that's right. That's right. But I think I heard too many people. Yeah, there's a lot of. I think we will, because the other people didn't have confidence in the audience. I think. So there's a follow-on question for this. Which XP practice drives this behavior? I want the exact answer. No. Audience? Collective code ownership. That's correct. Okay. So we're done with round 2. So let us look at the scores before we go to the audience questions. What are the scores looking like? Hey guys, so we need to add.
Yeah, so the Infi prompt has 20 points, Craftsman has 50 points, Lexmark has 40 points, and Committed Club CTS 10 points.
10.